is going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, break.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat on blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fourth down, Willis. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Foreman. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown reception. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds.
Like none of my, I can't get shit to count.
He's missing out his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just...
Crazy.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd down, it's Willis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Willis with another keeper. be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's right.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And just like he did almost winning the Heisman at Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for them.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Come back and bring him up.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we're not playing the best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together.
Hey,
We're capable of doing so.
Hey, look at my pretty little girl. Daddy's daughter.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. We'll try to find Charles. It's intercepted.
Daddy! Adam, she's such a pretty little girl. That was his sweet baby. Let me kiss.
They match their opponent's
Oh, how you doing, girl?
Points. It may prove pretty consequential.
She done ran off on the
how
floor.
this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return.
Judy two-tap.
And the decision to come out of the end zone
is Judy two-tap.
Yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Judy two-tap.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On play action, Mills. Out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Willis going to try to run it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Willis keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action now. Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And not much running room down to the 32. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now Mostert off the read option. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Malik Willis
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
and the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossen.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a
just burning my skin.
and jumping up and down watching it.
Something on my
Yeah,
neck.
I'm supposed
Get
to
it.
be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They go play action. Mills.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On the move to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Willis with another keeper.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
This will be brought out from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Second and 8.
Ready. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Willis going to try to run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Willis keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Play fake, Mills.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
throwing. Mills.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Foreman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
D'Onta Foreman,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kaiir Elam makes the pick, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. And there's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Mills throw taken in by Chark. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Tied up. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. 20, 10, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to do.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Malik Willis
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but... And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, he's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. On 1st and 10, Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Batchley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now this throw caught left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Willis with another keeper.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
On first down, Willis.
And now here's another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yet another touchdown, and what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponent. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise. I think these coaches have to be especially happy.
We only got that rule on.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mills. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. First down, Mills.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mills now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
4th down, Mills.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get...
He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sanders now to add the extra point.
Get the quarterback up now. Hey, you blew me
This
out
one was
before.
over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Big, yeah, the same way.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a yard or two deep, here
I
comes
ain't
a
want to try
return.
to do it to beat him. I just got to get my quarterback stats. He done had a horrible game because he been playing a real good defense. So, I need my QB to go up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossen.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And my goodness, another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
I don't know, man. I'll let you score, though.
On second and a long way to go. Mills. He's got Akins, the tight end.
Oh, yeah, he is good. I said, yeah, he is scrub. You got to go get a quarterback.
Charles, he's still a young safety.
Oh, man, he been cheating.
In the NFL, but I don't know if off last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing
Oh, man, what you do out there, man?
When he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target.
Yeah, man, we like David Meal out there. We like going against him.
Very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Yeah, good game, good game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
That dude fast, man. That's just crazy.
There's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these
that jump's crazy, dog.
It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That boy is fast.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4.
They're get to be home too many days to get ugly out
And they'll
there.
have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay
Boy, start looking. What? I'm beat yourself down and going late.
Mommy.